Hey gang, my name is Jace and I am glad that you are joining me for today. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. So go ahead, get comfy and ready to hear the messages that you need. All right, this reading is going to be for the Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising Collective. The placements. All right, go ahead, Gemini, and connect with Spirit. Take 3 deep breaths, 3 deep cleansing breaths. Ask Spirit or your spiritual alliance to show you the messages that you need to see today, what you need to be aware of, what you need to hear, etc. All right, Spirit, what is the message for Gemini? Okay. Well, you are good enough. Emotions are running high, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. So some of y'all are seeing the promised land. Going through a rough patch. Some things are not working out for you. Could be situations, it could be relationships, it could be a few different things. You are good enough. I'm hearing that some Geminis are not really feeling their best, or not really feeling as saucy as they normally are. The more jubilant, cocky Gemini that's just mentally clear and just, the shit is not really that Gemini. It's the other Gemini. Because, Gemini is a sign of the twin. So the twin that you don't really like, that twin is currently showing the face. And emotions are running high. Yeah, some things are just, you're going through it. You're going through some things. But like we said, end of a tough cycle is approaching. So Gemini, I think y'all got it. All right, let's go ahead and clear up some things. So let me just make sure everything is spaced out enough. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get some messages. Cards all over the place. Sorry, y'all. Okay. From the tarot. Spirit, was the message for Gemini? Message for Gemini, Spirit. What is the message for Gemini? Strength. 2 of Wands. And the Hanged Man. Again, not really feeling like yourself. Everything's a little topsy-turvy for you. When you look in the mirror, it's just like, you see a version of yourself that you don't like. You see maybe a version from before that you feel is what's showing up now. This is a time for some self-care, Gemini. Nurture yourself, show grace to yourself. Pet yourself up. Instead of coddling other people and stroking their ego, turn it inward and do it for yourself. You are basically right now, your own support system. And then for those of you who do have a good support system that is genuine, you can go to them and just kind of tell them how you're feeling and let them stroke that ego. Let them say, Gemini, baby, you are what? Your fabulous, fantastic self. What is going on? Come over here and let me love you. Come over here and let me pet you up. Let me show you that you are indeed good enough. But yeah, some Geminis are struggling with a reversed view of themselves. So that's something that you definitely gotta work on, bringing them energy, those levels back up. We have 9 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's an internal struggle. Some of y'all are really, really struggling with some things, and it's just not allowing you to be your normal, usual self. I heard, I got this. I don't need no help. I got this. Gemini is very, very independent. That even comes to independence when handling matters of self, matters of the heart, self-esteem, things like that. Seven of Pentacles. I want to say, again, nurture you, water you, make sure that you are spiritually good. Do a little bit of spiritual tending, spiritual garden, the spiritual garden that's within you, tend to it. And make sure that you keep blooming and there's growth continuously happening. Because, you know, we're so used to the Gemini, the world is so used to the Gemini being sure and handling things when things are needed to be handled, and doing a very awesome, amazing job while happening. So to see this other side is just a little, you know, and here's the thing, outsiders looking in may not even notice, but you know what's going on. You know that you're feeling a little crazy and having these internal conflicts and battles and fighting with yourself and fussing at yourself. But yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and look a little further. Emotions are running high. We have death, judgment, Nine of Pentacles, Hermit, Ace of Swords, the Chariot. Okay, Gemini. So in order to move from out of this space that you're in over here, you're going to need to tuck away, pull away from the general public, pull a slight ghosty. Don't be as available as you normally are. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Don't worry. I mean, you need this time to kind of go into a shell and into your shell and heal up. Get yourself back good. Get your energy and your strength back up. You definitely need to go back into your shell. Again, when you do this, don't even worry about what other people have to say. You have to, there's some interchanging that needs to occur. The King of Pentacles energy needs to resurface. Right now, you're not feeling, that's usually where you are, Gemini. That's not really where you are right now. You're really, really, really just the other twin that you normally keep, the other side of yourself that you normally keep tucked away and not showing, that's where you are. And it's just, right now it's, you know, seasons are changing. Also, too, this is holiday season. Some of you may be mourning the death of a family member or a loved one, someone very close to you. So it's just many different things that this could be. So it's okay. Go into your shell, take your time coming out of it. Healing process, I just heard. And healing takes time. And we are not here to allow anybody to rush us through any kind of processes that we need to process and go through and deal with, okay? Everybody else could take a backseat. Spirits. Message for Gemini. Message for Gemini. What else does Gemini need to hear? Ace of Cups, the Empress, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. Okay. End of a tough cycle approaches. Ace of Cups, Empress, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. This is a little... I may have to pull an additional card or two. So end of a tough cycle approaches. Ace of Cups. This is time of release. Anything that was in your heart space, any kind of sadness, any kind of depressive feelings, anything that is negative, putting you in a lower space or a lower vibration. It's coming full circle, and it's going to be time to release it, which is always a great thing. The Empress, there may be a pregnancy coming up. End of a tough cycle. Some of you have been experiencing a rough patch with getting pregnant, perhaps, and you are about to be with child, or if this is a gentleman and this is resonating and referring to his wife or his lover, you guys should be expecting a pregnancy soon. Queen of Wands, end of a tough cycle. You're about to re-embrace your Queen of Wands energy. This cycle here that you are going through is now going to end. You're going to come out of your cocoon as a beautiful, vibrant, luxurious butterfly, and you're going to, and here, oh God, it pushed the cards up. Sorry, my fault. We have moths here. So not quite a butterfly, but similarly close. So you are about to come out of this cocoon, out of that hermit space. Remember I was saying go into your shell. So a figurative butterfly, shall we say. You're going to come out of your enclosure. Better, brighter, faster, more wonderful. Okay, everyone needs to go through cycles. Everyone needs to go through phases. Things needs to happen. And you're going to be able to now float above any kind of problems. You're going to be able to rise above anything that was weighing you down. Anything that you were, something had you tethered. Something had you stuck. Something had you where you could not move. Okay. And that was part of the tough cycle that's about to end. Okay. I want to pull, Spirit, one more card for end of a tough cycle approaches. Why do I keep saying the? The tough cycle you are in is about to end, I guess. The end of a tough cycle approaches. All right, Spirit, give me more information just to round it up for Gemini. Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Okay. Heartbreak. Heart woundings, being lied to, being deceived. Five of Cups. Yeah, end of a tough. Yeah, so the tough cycle that you were going through. Heartbreak is on top of the Empress. Yeah, some of you may have just found out that you were pregnant after some rough patches, perhaps miscarriages, things of that nature. Five of Cups, just feeling almost like you're drowning. Like I said, now you're not weighed down anymore, and you have, she's engulfed in a black cloud, but she's moving. She's moving away from what was keeping her stuck. Okay, one more card. Spirits. Bam, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So the end of the tough cycle, whatever this Three of Swords energy was, the heartbreak, the heart wounding, the letdowns ending, the despair, the feeling of nothing ever goes right coming to an end. Release all of this here. Release that from your heart space. It's actually going to make you lighter, going to enable. Oh, and I see that here we have butterflies in this cup. I was saying that now you're going to come out of your figurative cocoon, the hermit space, the hermit energy, and you're now going to, spread your wings. She also has, I notice now that she has a peacock skirt on here. And you peacocks, when they spread their plumage, it's beautiful, it's magnificent, it's colorful, it's vibrant, okay? A peacock will spread them wings and let you know, baby, I am here, okay? Luxuriating all this gorgeousness. But yeah, you are about to, Geminis, you're going to now be able to embrace that Queen of Wands energy. Come out of your cocoon, them wings, that light is shining, okay? Let down that long, gorgeous, flowing hair. I am. I am. Here I am. I'm sorry. Here I am in all my glory. Praise me. And Wheel of Fortune, things are now going to start to move for you. Things are now going to start to turn in your favor. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So, of course, at the end of a tough cycle, something new has to come. End of a cycle means the start of another cycle. And we are here. Emperor, Empress also could mean outside of pregnancy. I said for some, this could mean pregnancy. And for others, you're birthing. You had some ideas that you maybe were keeping close to your chest and holding in when you were going through this space here. And you needed to go in internally. Now that you are about to reemerge, you can now embark on some ideas you've come up with. Some things you wanted to do, something new. You are creating something new, something that's going to flourish. All right? Okay. So, what are we going to go ahead and get a couple of more messages. Okay, Spirit, message for Gemini. What else does Gemini need to be aware of? What else does Gemini need to hear? Reflection, trust, I'm gonna place this over here, and strength. Strength on top of strength. Like it. Reflection, trust, and strength. As you go about your reflective moments when you're in the hermit energy, when you pull into yourself, you're going to see many things. You're going to see that the trust that you put into spirit and into the spiritual alliance that you had, and trust in support, in your support system, your support team. By putting that trust in those areas, you are able to push through whatever this is and come over here. Because things, like I said, are about to start moving for you again. End of a tough cycle approaches. All of this madness that you were going through and had you all feeling crazy and not being yourself, that is about to come to an end. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and Some more messages for Gemini. Compromise, confinement, eternal love, mask, and natural disaster. Compromise, agreement, reconciliation, consideration. Confinement is captivity, tolerance, unfreedom. Eternal love is eternity, consistency, soulmate, mask, deception, pretending inconsistency. Ooh, consistency on top of inconsistency. What is that about? And natural disaster, risk, frustration, survive. Again, this is a few different things that can make you feel as you're going here, emotions, and you not feeling good enough. Tough cycles. These are things that you were going through. So a compromise, you are good enough. That falls into place, I feel, with, whoever it is that was making you, that had a hand in making you feel like you weren't enough, that you weren't the shit like you are. That could have been someone who is in your inner circle. Someone that you deal with in some kind of personal way. And they were adding on to doubts, making you feel like, again, you weren't good enough even though you are. Confinement, captivity, tolerance, and unfreedom. You could possibly have been feeling lately like you've been in some kind of proverbial jail. You're not locked up physically. Technically, you ain't locked up, but you are confined to something. Something is keeping you trapped. Something is keeping you stuck. Something is keeping you tethered. Here, Six of Swords, how the anchor comes up. She's now untethered. She's now free. There's nothing holding her, locking her in. She can now move. You're free to move about the country. Okay? Eternal love. With that bouncing off of a mask, there are some of you Geminis who possibly could have felt some kind of betrayal because someone who you saw, Three of Swords, someone who you saw as a forever love or someone that you could spend the rest of your life with didn't have that same intention or those same feelings as you did. And some of them may have led you on, but you finally broke through it. And a natural disaster, risk, frustration, and survive. Basically, whatever you are going through, whatever you have been put through, it's coming. You have weathered the storm. You've survived. You're a survivor. And now that you're at the end of your tough cycle and you're going to be able to move on with your life, it's going to be a slow progression. But it's here, it's happening, and we love to see it. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get your final message from Spirit. Love it when a plan comes together. All right. Spirit, final message for Gemini. Final message for Gemini. The war has reached a critical point between Atlantis and MU. The end of a tough cycle. It's reached a critical point. Whatever war, emotions, wars are usually emotional. This battle with yourself. Am I good enough? I don't know. Yes, you are. Okay. There is no you. And there is nothing you can do. All right, Gemini. So again, the war has reached a critical point. End of the tough cycle is at hand here. And there is nothing you can do, my dears, at times, but flow with it. You see the yin and the yang? That's duality. Sometimes all you can do is sit there and just roll with the punches. And sometimes it's not meant for you to do anything. Sometimes you have to, it's a lesson. that needs to be learned, and there is no you. Again, everything Geminis, if you are a Gemini that is struggling for control all the time, you're going to have to realize that at certain times, no matter what you do, there's nothing you are, this is out of your hands and out of your control, and you just have to roll with the punches. And usually everything works out the way that it's supposed to. All right. Okay, Geminis, there you are, my dears. There's your reading for today. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share, as it will help to grow my channel. I appreciate you all, love you much, and I will see you the next time.